Hi guys, Will Terry here, and we're going to talk about marketing in this video. This is going to be a little bit shorter one. I am talking about marketing for my new Pickleball Paul children's book. These are the books behind me. This is part of the video series, how I'm going to make $50,000 on my next children's book. And so if you've been following along, you kind of know what's been going on. I've been talking about the Amazon version as well, the soft cover. And I just talk about everything about producing, making this book, and marketing it. It's going to be about 113 degrees today, so I made my desktop one of my old paintings of a ice skating scene. So what did I do for marketing this week? I started a Facebook group. And the Facebook group is called Family Values Children's Books. So if you want to join, we're not talking politics in there. We're not talking religion in there. And basically, we're not talking about woke stuff in there. It's all about good children's books for families. And the books are not, the crazy agendas that are going on today. Some of you will be offended by this, I'm sure. There are some people that have watched my videos that have already been offended and probably unsubscribed, and I understand that. I understand that in today's world, if you don't agree with someone, you're supposed to cancel them and shove them into the naughty corner and never talk to them and unfriend them and go through all that stuff. And that's crazy, in my opinion. But anyway, that's the world that we live in. So right now you can see we've got 180 members already. We just started this last week. What I did was I took a short little class. It wasn't very valuable. I'm not going to recommend it to anybody. There were a few gems in there about like how to start a children's book group, or I'm sorry, how to start a Facebook group, and how to use it kind of as a marketing strategy. I want you guys to know, some of you guys are probably already in that group, that the class that I took was all like purely marketing. The only reason for creating the group was purely marketing. And I had to throw away like half of the suggestions in there because they would treat people as disposable. Like one of the strategies was basically use a tool, another tool that you would have to buy to wipe out any friends that you haven't interacted with in like the last 6 months or year, whatever you set it at. And it just goes through and unfriends all those people. Well, I have a lot of friends that I probably haven't interacted with in 6 months or a year or so. And I don't want them to just wake up one day and find that I've unfriended them, So in marketing, I've met some people in the marketing world that are really, they just treat people as numbers, and the guy who did the class was pretty slimy, in my opinion, and so I just can't recommend it to anybody. There were like 2 or 3 things that I got out of it, out of the 20 plus suggestions to do, one of them was actually asking people for their email when they sign up. And so I did that. I figured, but if people don't put their email on there, I still let them into the group. So it's like, I can market to these people later on when my book comes out. I'm not going to spam them. I'm not going to sell it to anybody. But when I have a new book, I'm going to say, hey, here's my new book. I'll also be able to do that in the group. There's also a way to, for an admin in here, me as the admin, I can message the entire group. I can send a post to everyone's inbox. So, if I grew this to 10,000 followers or 20,000 or people that have joined the group, I could market to everyone. I actually think that's unscrupulous, and the reason I do is because I've told everyone this group is for parents, teachers, librarians, authors, and illustrators. So let's get everybody in the same group together, we'll talk about their books, authors and illustrators' books. We'll also talk about and share just any books that we love that are done by someone not in the group, traditionally or or self-published, indie published, and we'll just celebrate good books, good wholesome family values books. The reason I think it would be unfair for me to message everyone in the group is because I'd be the only one that can do that. So I think I need to play by the same rules that I've set for everyone else. If they want to share their books in the group, they can only do it once a month. So that's one of the rules. And one of the suggestions from that class was to set up like what rules, what questions to ask people when they join the group, what to get them to agree to. And one of the ones that I thought was to try to prevent people from spamming their book like every day. Is like, look, you can post your book once a month, okay, which I think is excessive, okay, but that's for now. That's the rule. I personally think you should talk about your book in a group like this when it comes out, or if you have some kind of crazy good news, like it got on a New York Times bestseller list or something, bring it up again. But like if you don't have news, don't share it. It just clogs up the feed. And so anyway, we'll see how this goes. It's a little bit of work adding people every day, but it's not too bad. And grabbing the emails and putting them into my Google Doc, which I'll later upload into my Shopify, my Klaviyo, which is my email client, kind of like MailChimp. A lot of you guys have probably heard of MailChimp. Another thing that I did that was suggested in that group was I changed my profile image. I'll just get rid of that to reflect the book that I'm pushing. And that was a good suggestion. I hadn't thought of that, but like anytime that anybody visits my page or checks to see, well, who is this guy, they'll get a chance to see the website. It's not clickable, but they'll get a chance to at least see it, and so there you go. So that's what I've been doing this week, is going in and creating again this family values children's books group. And so far we have some really good posts of people that are sharing their books, little discussions on where to get good books. A lot of parents are happy to be in here. So you guys, if you want to join, just I'll put a link in the description below the video, so you can join that way. But all you really have to do is search Family Values Children's Books, and it should come up on Facebook, and then it'll make you answer some questions, and then I'll see your requests. So it looks like I have 7 new. It's funny, I got down here and let 15 people in, and now there's already 7 again, just like that. So, but if you guys have any parents that are looking for good family books, invite them to this thing too. I think it's time that I can't believe I hadn't done this or thought of this a long time ago, to create kind of a neutral space where we're not bombarded by the craziness in the world, and we're free to kind of talk about good, wholesome books without worrying that you're going to be judged. I shared it on my Facebook, and it's funny, there was some pushback from some people saying, you're going to get hateful people in there, that hate marginalized people and stuff. Is like, no, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen that way. And if it did, I'd kick them out. What's going to happen is we're going to talk about good children's books. We're just going to talk about children's books that either teach a good family moral message or that are just fun for fun's sake. One of the things that's really frustrated me in the children's book world is that we've stopped publishing books that are just plain fun. I mean, kids can learn. Like, the whole reason why we want to read to them is we want them to learn how to read. We want them to learn reading comprehension. It's good family time to read, and we can just celebrate books that are just for fun. They're just fun. They can also teach good messages. My books are going to happen to teach good family moral messages, but they don't have to. And so anyway, hoping to grow this group, and hoping that when my next Pickleball Paul book comes out, I can announce it, and it'll generate some sales. Every little thing counts when you're when you're self-publishing and you're trying to market your stuff and get it out into the world. And this is just one way of doing it. Down the line, I'll probably be looking for another admin or two to help me manage the group as it grows. But for right now, it's a pretty easy part of my day to just let people in, and these people are excited to do it too because they get to share their book in the group, just like I will. So with that, if you like what you're seeing or hearing in these videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next video.